Welcome to podcast recorded live at the Center for Spiritual Living in Portland, Oregon. We have many resources available for our online audience on our website at cslportland.org. Our mission is to open hearts, ignite minds, and make a difference. If you'd like to support our center and its video podcast, you can donate online at cslportland.org. Allow us to become part of your extended spiritual community. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are most welcome at the Center for Spiritual Living. For more information, visit cslportland.org.
The Friends Band. Welcome to Angie today, filling in for Ken, Jim and Don, Kristen and Michelle. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Are we ready to stand and sing our opening song? Stand if you're comfortable and able, and we'll sing God is My Source.
God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Let's see that again. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need.
Love is my source.
Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need.
Let's do love again.
Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need.
God is my source.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
Good morning. God is my source. God is my power. We're done. We kind of did it. Welcome to the Portland Center for Spiritual Living. We're a community that teaches and practices spiritual principles to uplift and transform our lives and to make the world a better place. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you're welcome here. My name is Sandy Liebold. My pronouns are she and her, and I serve as a licensed spiritual practitioner here, and it's my honor to be here with you today. A special welcome to anyone who might be here for the first time, either in person or in our virtual community. We have welcome packets on the bookshelf at the back of the sanctuary for newcomers. The same information is also available on our website at any time at cslportland.org. Either way, I encourage you to learn more about who we are, what we stand for, and how we might serve you. On our website, you can also sign up for informational weekly emails, register for classes, and even receive a free gift on your birthday, which is a session with one of our licensed practitioners. And those birthday gifts have no expiration date, by the way. Just a reminder to silence your phones or other devices if you haven't already done so for today's announcements and the rest of our service. And remember that all of our events are listed in Pacific time. I guess we still have another month or so before that changes. So anyway, Pacific time, whatever that is, currently standard time. Coming up this Wednesday, October 1st, it's already October in a few days. How did that happen? At 7 p.m., I will actually be the one facilitating our weekly meditation session. And the focus this week will be on our wilderness and the wilderness. I'm sorry, our wildness and the wilderness. I wrote this. It's based on the writing of Terry Tempest Williams. And so together we'll contemplate how wildness and wilderness spark spiritual inspiration and connect us to spiritual principles. Please join us on Zoom. Just click the link on our homepage. Registration is open still for our fall certificated class called Journey of the Soul, which starts next week, the following week. This class combines integrative principles and techniques from spiritual psychology with the power of science of mind philosophy. There are no prerequisites, so take advantage of this opportunity to explore and expand how you express your authentic self. Reverend Marilyn Sprague and practitioner emerita Kate Barrett are facilitating. The class runs for 6 Thursday evenings on Zoom from October 9th through November 13th. So go to our website and sign up now. And last but definitely not least, I want to give you the previews for our upcoming Partners in Prosperity community initiative called Building Prosperity Consciousness. Science of Mind teaches us that we live in an abundant universe, and you are invited to join a 40-day prosperity plan. Together, we'll engage in daily spiritual practice to build our prosperity consciousness so that we can accept more abundance into our lives as a spiritual community and as individuals and for our families. Reverend Bridget will be sharing more as the initiative begins next Sunday, October 5th, and you'll be able to find the Prosperity Journal that will guide us both in hard copy here in the sanctuary or downloaded from our website. So just start thinking about that and more details later. And of course, for details on all of our offerings and events and to register, please go to cslportland.org. Today, licensed practitioners Kate Barrett and Doc Wilson are serving on High Watch, holding a sacred container of consciousness in the sanctuary and in our virtual community. We're in for a musical treat today as our special music features our very talented music director, Lauri Jones. For those of you who don't know, this is her last day at being our music director, so it's going to be especially lovely to have her sharing her musical talents with us today. And of course, we always have our Friends Band today with Angie on keyboards, and of course, our community singers. Thank you so much. Our flowers today are courtesy of Kat Jacobs. Thank you, Kat. And today's message is called Sacred Stamina of the Soul. And it's by our Director of Education and Virtual Outreach, Reverend Marilyn Sprague. And so now I invite you to sit back and relax, because I know that somewhere between this beautiful spiritual community, the music, the meditation, and the message is exactly what your heart came to receive.
Breathing into this moment, into this sacred space, this loving and beautiful community. Allowing spirit to flow into each and every one of us, individually and collectively. God is, I am. God is, I am, right here, right now.
right here, right now. God is, I am. God is, I am. Right here, right now. Right here, right now. God is, I am. God is, I am. Right here, right now. Right here, right now. God is, I am.
Right here, right now. God is. Breathe into that. Breathe into that knowing with each inhale that God is. And as we exhale, know that I am. If we do no other prayer, God is, I am. It acknowledges that God is everywhere present, that there is just this one power and presence in the universe, this spirit, this God, this divine energy. It is the truth of our being. God is everywhere present. And God has the qualities of wisdom, of divine guidance, of love, of wholeness, of unity. In God, all things are possible. And I know that I am one with this, and so is each of us in this room, so is each of us hearing my voice, so is each of us on the planet. Each of us is a divine being, having a human experience. I am. God is, and I am. And so what I know and claim today is that there is just one power, one source of all, of joy, of love, of abundance, of wisdom. There's one source, one power that guides us in love with divine right action in all things. And it's for us to pause and listen deeply and to allow ourselves to be guided by this knowledge, by this wisdom, by this love. Always, if we just breathe in, God is, I am. And in this moment, we accept that God has only our best and highest in mind for us. And all we need to do is surrender, to lean into it, to be with it, to align with it, and to do so with joy and energy and gratitude. And so it is with great gratitude that I now conclude this, knowing this prayer, like all others, is answered with a resounding yes. And I know that this prayer is already done in the mind of God. It's already being manifested on this planet, even right now. And so I release it, letting it be, knowing it's already done. Thanks be, blessed be. And together we say, and so it is. And now I invite you to just stay in this moment of openness, of receptivity to the all there is, as we go into a few moments of silent meditation.
So I wrote this song several years ago in the fall. This is the season to release, let go, and let everything fall away that does not serve our highest and greatest good.
So many years, so many seasons, following many a muse. Every venture coming and going as I'm pulled toward deeper truth. The hurting, the crying, the stumbling and trying, all part of a greater good. And what falls away brings me closer to what I'm meant to be. What falls away is lifting me higher, up where I can see. With a kiss goodbye, I let go of all the tattered pieces, and what falls away reveals the essence of me. Every step now, every decision is rooted by spirit in me. Embracing this path now, ever more fully, drawing to it what I need. And what falls away brings me closer to what I'm meant to be. What falls away is lifting me higher, up where I can see. With a kiss goodbye, I let go of all the tattered pieces, and what falls away reveals the essence. It's the essence of me. The essence of me. The hurting, the crying, all the stumbling and trying, it's all part of a greater good. And what falls away brings me closer to what I'm meant to be. What falls away is lifting me higher, up where I can see. With a kiss goodbye, I let go of all those pieces, and what falls away reveals the essence, the sweet, sweet essence of me. It's the essence of me. Let the rest fall away to the essence, to the essence. Oh, the essence.
Lauri, thank you so much for sharing the gift of original music. Your song is not just a song, it's an invitation to each of us to release, let go of anything that no longer serves us. Thank you. And thank you to Angie, to our Friends Band, to Michelle and Kristen for uplifting us in music as we open our hearts and minds to begin the exploration of resilience. And so when we hear the word resilience, we may think grit, dig in, or maybe you've been to the county fair where they have those little dolls lined up and you throw the ball and it goes, oh, oh. And so maybe you feel like that's resilience. I'm here to share with you that that is not the spiritual understanding of resilience. The spiritual understanding is one of not surviving. It is one of thriving. And spiritually, it is the sacred stamina of the soul, our divine capacity to rise, to expand, to grow, and to always consciously remain rooted in spirit, no matter what the storm. Spirit has our back. And so resilience from a spiritual perspective is an inner knowing that declares, I am not what happened to me. I am not what I've lost or left behind. I am the life of God expressing through me, as me, in everything that I think, say, and do. And in this morning's Science of Mind magazine reading, the affirmation, I just love this. I am a limitless creative spirit sharing my unique spark of love in the world. And that life, that love is unstoppable. And as Ernest Holmes reminds us in his book Creative Thought, the spirit within me is mighty. The power within me is strong. The life within me is perfect. Nothing can hinder or delay it. I am the expression of eternal resilience, strength, and vitality. And so today, we're exploring 3 dimensions of resilience. Absolute faith as our rock-solid foundation. The release, what falls away, as our liberation. And gratitude as our fertile ground. And here's a question that I invite you to ponder, to ask yourself as we step in to these 3 dimensions of absolute faith, release, and gratitude. Am I ready to live like I truly believe in myself as a limitless, creative spirit? Am I ready to live like I truly believe in myself as a limitless, creative spirit? So just allow yourself to let that sort of steep. I'm not a tea drinker, but I think you steep tea. First dimension of resilience is faith. Because that's where resilience begins, with faith, with absolute faith. A faith that is rooted in spirit that no storm can shake. No loss can define it. And no fear can diminish it. Faith doesn't deny difficulty, yet it affirms the presence of spirit in the midst of it. Faith reassures us, I'm not alone. Spirit is here. Something greater is carrying me. So how do we define faith? Well, in April, I traveled to Unity Village with some friends from Portland Center for Spiritual Living so that we could attend the grand opening of the Science of Mind archives that is now housed at Unity Village. And while there, of course, we wandered into the bookstore, and I discovered a deck of cards called Rise into Your Power. Awaken the 12 powers in you. In Unity, they have an entire book called The 12 Powers Within. And it was created by a Kansas City artist named Tracy Lowe. She designed this deck of cards as part of her healing practice after the devastating loss of her 4-year-old son, Maddie, in 2014. Each card, or each power, has 4 cards. One is a definition of the power. One is a way that that power shows up in action in our life. And one is a contemplative question. And then one is an affirmation. And the very first power in the deck is faith. And here's how it is defined. My ability to believe even when I can't see the results. My ability to believe even when I can't see the results. And how it shows up? Faith gives us courage to persevere without knowing the ultimate outcome. Courage to persevere. The contemplative question, where am I putting my faith today? Big question, fear or faith? And then affirmation, I let faith, not fear, guide me. And isn't that the essence of resilience? Faith, a sacred stamina, gives us courage to persevere even when the outcome is hidden. It builds an inner knowing, a deep knowing, that kind that I know and I know that I know. How many of us have ever had? I just know. And some people go, well, how do you know? And you say, I just know that Spirit's got this. And that each of our highest good is already unfolding. And faith has a tendency to whisper, let faith, not fear, guide you. Trust the process. Trust the process. Ernest Holmes, the founder of religious science, now known as Centers for Spiritual Living, reminds us in this thing called you. Divine guidance is yours for the asking. The answer to any problem that can ever confront you already exists at the center of your being. It already exists. And 365 Days of Richer Living, the reading today, reminds us about the asking. It says, ask and you shall receive, means that in the asking, we must identify ourselves with the greatness of Spirit. We must move beyond appearances. We must permit our consciousness through faith to rise to a greater and broader realization of the divine presence, which is always delivering itself to its beloved creation. That's you, that's me. And I've experienced this over and over again, and I look at when it says, trust that every experience in your life is for a reason. So this is a story of how over decades, the process of life has built absolute faith and trust. So in the mid-'80s, a roommate that I'd lived with for 7 years was in the process of getting married. Her fiance was moving in. It was time for me to move out. And, I mean, we had this large double bungalow, lots of furniture, because 2 people paying rent, you can get a bigger space. So I was frantically looking for a space and couldn't find one that was within my price range. They had the space that would fit all this furniture, that stuff and things that I had. And I was exhausted. I was tired. I was frustrated. And one night, I just surrendered. Just surrendered it, gave it all up. I went to my favorite bistro, a little French restaurant, ordered French onion soup, a glass of wine. Oh, yes, got to have wine. And this was before cell phones, so I got the little flyer newspaper. I swear, this ad was in bold, advertising a condo. The whisper of spirit was, call the number. And with ease, with absolute ease, the perfect home revealed itself. Years later, decades later actually, as my life was crumbling, 21-year marriage had imploded, a successful business crashed. I didn't know where I was headed, but Spirit whispered, Colorado Springs. I didn't know anyone in Colorado Springs. I didn't have a job in Colorado Springs. But I said yes. And that yes opened up pathways that led me to Science of Mind. And a few years later, I'm in Fort Collins, Colorado, feeling a little restless. Doors aren't opening. And Spirit whispered, Portland. Really, Spirit? I've never been to the Pacific Northwest. Portland. I didn't have a clue where I would live. Once again, didn't have a job. I said yes. And I drove to the Vancouver, Portland area. And one day I went to the Vancouver Farmers Market to look at the flowers because I love flowers. I was feeling a little uncertain, kind of like, where am I going to live? What am I going to do? Let's go look at the flowers. And as I'm just walking through the Vancouver Farmers Market, Spirit whispered, walk the neighborhood. So I had a little Bichon at the time, so and his name was Spirit. So me and Spirit walked the neighborhood along with Spirit. And a huge banner hanging on the gate of this apartment building said studio apartments for rent. I mean, the building was exactly, one of a red brick vintage building. With ease, I found my home where I lived for 12 years. So this brings me to a recent experience. This summer, knowing that my unique contribution as an educator at Camp Cedar Ridge and serving as minister in residence, that my contribution was concluded, I resigned and stepped into the unknown. I didn't know where I was going to live, what I was going to do, how was all this going to work, but I asked Spirit for help. And remember, in the asking, you have to rise above. You have to give yourself permission to open up to limitless possibility. And I just said, Spirit, I need a new home by the end of September. That's all I asked for. And because I had been building absolute faith, I trusted it. And what did Spirit do? It gave me the perfect transition time. I had an invitation to the beach. For 3 days, I went to the beach. I went tide pooling for the very first time in my life. Absolute awe at the beauty. Watched beautiful sunsets. Was introduced to a new game called Rummy Cubes that I've shared with everybody I know. And it was the magnificence of the ocean. Just restored my spirit. And then I had an invitation from beloved friends. And in that quietude for 3 days, good food, good wine, rummy cubes, lots of laughter. And next, a dear friend shared her condo as she visited the East Coast. And in those 2 weeks, I prayed and I was quiet. I thought, well, I better get serious about looking for a place to live here. I was having so much fun. And then I went, no. Spirit's got this. You got to listen. And in the quietude of my meditation one morning, Spirit whispered, text Donna. And I did. I knew she had a house. I knew she lived in Hawaii. I knew that she had previous renters. I didn't know if it was still rented out or if it was empty. All I can say is that within a few days, I had moved in. And I still have a couple of days to go, and it's not even the end of September yet. So what I want to say is that when you trust Spirit, the limitless possibilities become available. And I want to just take a moment to honor the power of a spiritual community. Because the love and support that you receive gives you the steadfast stamina to hold the faith, to have absolute faith. So I do want to express thanks to licensed practitioner Nadine Mahler, John, her husband, and Frankie, their adorable dog, to Mona Adams and Rita Jarvie, to Frances Beasley, and licensed practitioner Donna Wallace. Also, a shout out to Kathy Ballard for cheering me on, and to all who held me in prayer. Beloveds, this is resilience, the kind that only absolute faith can reveal. It's not blind faith. It's not turning away from the face of an issue, but it's a living faith. It's faith that is tested, it's practiced, and it's embodied. You become it. And in that, you speak with spiritual authority. It isn't just talking about a principle. It isn't just hearing about a principle. It isn't just saying science of mind teaches principles. It is saying I demonstrated it and I know that I know. It's spiritual authority. So faith is listening for the whisper, daring to trust it, and saying yes. And faith is saying yes, even when you don't know the outcome. Faith is resilience in action. And when we let faith, not fear, lead the way, resilience grows. Our sacred stamina strengthens. And the demonstrations of absolute faith, we can't make this stuff up. We can't make it happen. What we can do is welcome it into our life. And in that, live like we truly believe in ourselves as a limitless creative spirit. And if faith is the foundation of resilience, then release. What falls away is the liberation of resilience. Because we cannot soar if we are weighed down from the past. We cannot plant a new seed in soil already crowded with the old roots that no longer serve and bear fruit. One of my favorite stories is from Illusions. Richard Bach tells the story of the creatures at the bottom of the great crystal river. Clinging was their way. One day, one little creature declared, I'm going to let go and let the current carry me. And of course, the known status quo people, fool, you let go, you're going to get bashed and hurt, you're not going to survive. The little creature said, but clinging I shall die of boredom. The little creature let go, and the current swept it away. And yes, it tumbled, it turned, but ultimately the current lifted it up. And downstream, creatures just like the little creature, creatures that were clinging to the bottom of the great crystal river, said, "Look, a creature just like us, yet it flies. It must be the Messiah." It's not the Messiah, and it's not a miracle. The miracle is in the faith of the little creature that had absolute faith to let go, knowing that the old no longer served. And just as Lauri's song said, it revealed the true essence that we are created to soar when we let the current of spirit carry us. And so faith teaches us to trust the process and release. Release is what allows faith to actually move us forward. And I would say not just forward, but upward, to spiral up. And so nothing burdens us and keeps clinging tight more than unforgiveness. When we hold on to anger, resentment, criticism, judgment, or need to be right, we weigh down the soul and we exhaust our body. Could show up as a stiff neck, heavy chest, tight jaw, because our bodies often carry what our spirit refuses to release. I know from personal experience. For one season, I held on to a criticism and the need to be right so tightly that my neck literally stiffened up. Weekly, I'd go to the chiropractor. And he started saying, you know, maybe we should explore, is it the way that you're sitting at your computer? Is it an activity that you're doing? Week after week, there we are, working on my neck. And it's still, every week, it was out of alignment. Until I stopped rehearsing my criticism. Until I let go of the need to be right. And I forgave others, yes, but mostly I forgave myself for harming my body in that way. Yet I didn't really understand that it was criticism and judgment that was creating that. Yet one morning in meditation, all of a sudden there was this, and I'm like, what's going on? And then I knew my neck was moving into alignment. It was perfect. I had perfect mobility. I could turn every direction, up, down, back. I was like, well, look at that. Can you imagine? I let go of criticism. I let go of the need to be right. And my neck is perfect. Well, I started to laugh, realizing the spiritual humor in this, because I had been judging someone as a pain in the neck. And the very moment I let go of that judgment, my body responded. The healing wasn't just physical, it was spiritual. So just know that forgiveness is one of the deepest forms of release. We can forgive others, be sure we forgive ourselves. We let go of criticism, judgment, the need to be right. And release is not about weakness. It's not about loss. It's about liberation. What falls away reveals our essence. And release is about resilience in motion. It's creating space for our soul to breathe, for Spirit to move us forward higher, to allow us to soar, and for our expanded good to be revealed. And so with faith, absolute faith, and with release comes gratitude as the fertilizer along the path of resilience. It doesn't come after faith, nor does it come after forgiveness is practiced. Gratitude is a spiritual practice by itself. In Science of Mind, for anyone who's taken a certificated class, in Appendix A, under spiritual practices, gratitude is defined as the practice of the principle of creation, seeing life as inherently good, focusing on what life-affirming and intentionally directing attention to the good. Gratitude is more than an emotion. It is an attitude that carries us beyond doubt, attracting and magnifying the good we focus upon. It is the ability to accept the perfect faith, what has not yet manifested, as if it were already here. And so it is a natural outpouring of spirit. Gratitude is our essence. It is the fruit of faith. It is the blossom that follows. And it is more than words. It is a way of being. It is a spiritual practice we embody in our breath, in our voice, and the movement of our bodies. And so this morning we're going to move beyond talking about gratitude, and we're going to practice it together. And our beloved Lauri and our guest musician Angie are going to perform Karen Drucker's gratitude song. And I'm going to lead the motions. I'm inviting, if you're able, to stand and participate to the best that you can. And I'll demonstrate the motions before we start. So it says gratitude before me, so the motions go gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. And then I'm so grateful. So we're going to repeat that 3 times. And then Lauri's blessing us with the embodiment of gratitude by saying, I'm so grateful, so we can really embody it.
Okay. I'm sure many of you are familiar with this song, so I'll just lead you in this while Rev Marilyn leads you in the movements.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 I'm so grateful.
And in the spirit of gratitude, we have a very special moment. The board would now like to honor our beloved Lauri, who has poured her heart and soul into this community as our music director.
I'm so grateful. I am so, so grateful for all that Lauri has done in this year that she's been with us, maybe even a little bit longer. You've given so much of yourself and your heart, and I can feel it every time you sing, and your songs are beautiful. And we just want to say thank you, and we also just want to wish you the best of luck because we're so happy for you. It's sad for us, but we're really happy for your new beginning. And what we have for you is a poem framed, and Reverend Barbara Wiest, who's on the board, and Francis is also on the board, and Bo is on the board. Diane, who's upstairs as a treasurer, is on the board. Helen, who's online, and Kay, who are online. And of course, Reverend Bridget, who's on vacation. But just so you know your whole board, Reverend Barbara Wiest is going to read the poem for you.
And this poem is framed here for you, so you don't have. This is called For a New Beginning by John O'Donohue, from To Bless the Space Between Us. In out-of-the-way places of the heart, where your thoughts never think to wander, this beginning has been quietly forming, waiting until you were ready to emerge. For a long time it has watched your desire, feeling the emptiness growing inside you, noticing how you willed yourself on, still unable to leave what you had outgrown. It watched you play with the seduction of safety and the gray promises that sameness whispered, heard the waves of turmoil rise and relent, wondered, would you always live like this? Then the delight when your courage kindled and out you stepped onto new ground, your eyes young again with energy and dream, a path of plenitude opening before you. Though your destination is not yet clear, you can trust the promise of this opening. Unfurl yourself into the grace of beginning that is at one with your life's desire. Awaken your spirit to adventure. Hold nothing back. Learn to find ease in risk. Soon you will be home in a new rhythm, for your soul senses the world that awaits you. Thank you, Lauri, so much.
How about if we sing We're So Grateful? It's okay, this is for you. Okay. We're grateful. We're so 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 grateful.
Thank you all so much. This is kind of overwhelming. As I was driving here this morning, I think there's been so much busyness, right? And just we've been in our new place for, I don't know, almost a couple weeks, and coming back, and it was just filled with so many emotions driving here, and I am so grateful for this, and I will always be a part of this community. And I mean, it's not hard to stay connected, and we've got all kinds of ways to stay connected, and I know I will be back. And this has been such a time of growth for me in my musical journey and my spiritual journey, and I just feel like it was the right thing at the right time for all involved, and I have no doubt that moving forward, this community will thrive in every way, and musically, music ministry as well. So, and I'm glad I could be part of the transition, and I will continue to be for a while. So, anyway, thank you from my heart.
Thank you. And so
now
as we hold that gratitude in our hearts, let us continue to flow. The offertory is also a very sacred practice of circulating gratitude. It is how we plant the seeds that sustain the spiritual home, nourish our mission, and empower us to keep growing together. I invite licensed practitioner Sandy Leibold to the platform to lead us in the offertory.
Well, if we aren't already bathing in gratitude, here we go. Now's our opportunity for gracious giving and circulation. Your financial gifts enable us to be together in this beautiful space, enjoy wonderful music, be inclusive of our spiritual community who participate virtually, and to support community nonprofits. They allow us for this powerful teaching to be known so that we can continue to grow as a community and to be an expression of spirit in the world. As the ushers go around collecting your gifts, if you like, you can use an envelope, which is in the seat back in front of you. We also welcome and appreciate financial donations from our spiritual community participating virtually, and everyone anytime online. All ways to contribute are at cslportland.org under the donate heading. And so I invite you now to, we do our offering. Let us accept our, bless our offering together, sorry, as a call and response. You know what to do. Okay, so we start. I'll call and you respond. I bless these sacred gifts. I bless these sacred gifts. Given graciously with love. Given graciously with love. These gifts bless, heal, and prosper all they touch. These gifts bless, heal, and prosper all they touch. In giving, I am grateful to be richly.
In giving, I am grateful to be richly,
Lavishly.
lavishly,
And abundantly blessed.
and abundantly blessed.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Okay, and you know, Rev Marilyn, that talk that you just gave was perfect. And I really enjoyed hearing your story about your journey, things I did not know. And so I think this song will be perfect.
When you're standing at the threshold, don't let fear decide how it'll all unfold. Take one step toward what you love, and let that heart of yours, let it rise above. And trust that you'll have everything, everything you need, beyond illusion of security. Love will provide. Pour it out and let it flow back to you. Love will provide. Cast the doubt aside, 'cause love will provide. Oh, don't let worry drag you down. Put the brakes on worn out thoughts and keep spinning around. Take one step toward inspiration and let it lift you up into a higher vibration, and know that you'll have everything, everything you need. 'Cause love is the only true security. Love will provide. Pour it out and let it flow back to you. Love will provide. Cast the doubt aside, 'cause love will provide. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, you gotta let love take you. Oh no, it will not forsake you. 'Cause love will provide. Yeah. Pour it out and let it flow back to you. Yeah, yeah. Love will provide. Cast the doubt aside, 'cause love will provide. Cast all your doubt aside, 'cause love will provide. Yeah.
Whoops. My heel's getting caught in the hem of my. Well, with that, I'm going to ask a question. Are you ready to live like you truly believe in yourself as a limitless, creative spirit? Can I get a yes? Yes. Say it like you mean it. Yes. Love will survive. And in the knowingness of saying yes to life, we also recognize that many of us may be going through challenging times right now. Or we may want to celebrate even further the demonstrations of our absolute faith. Know that our licensed practitioners are available immediately following the service here at the edge of the platform. And for our virtual community, you can also experience prayer with a licensed practitioner. The Zoom link is in the chat. And so just press on the Zoom link. You'll be taken to the general room where a host will put you into a breakout room with one of our licensed practitioners. So it's confidential and it's private. And of course, we have a prayer table here in the sanctuary where you can write out a prayer card and put it in the prayer box. Or online, you can go to our website, scroll down, click on the button, submit prayer request. Those automatically go to the ecclesiastical team. Just like magic, all of us receive it. We just love it. And make our day. Ask us to pray. We really do love to pray. And so know that there are multiple ways to ask for prayer, and we are here to support you in prayer. And so I now invite you to stand if you are able. Reach out, connect with your neighbor. And this is a call and response. Okay, something wonderful is flowing through me right now.
Something wonderful is flowing through me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
And life is in my affairs.
Life is in my affairs.
I think it.
I think it.
I believe it.
I believe it.
I accept it.
I accept it.
I let it in.
I let it in.
And I am it.
And I am it.
Just the way that I am.
Just the way that I am.
And just the way that I am not.
And just the way that I am not.
So no, let us go within. Know that each of us is never alone. Our silent partner, Spirit, walks with us every step of the way. It awaits our beckoning. And in the asking, we allow ourselves to let fall away anything that no longer serves us and allow Spirit to flow through us, in us, as us, and reveal the limitless good that is available to us right here, right now. And in remembering Lauri's song, Love Will Survive, know that you are loved, and loving. And so in gratitude, we let it be. And together we say, and so it is. And before the last song, we do have a further celebration. There is a cake in the back. So we want to really celebrate. We're sad and we're glad. We're sad and we're glad knowing that there's a higher good being revealed.
Thank you so much. So blessed. And so let's sing our closing song, Blessed Always. Blessed always, blessed always, all the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant.
We hope you enjoyed today's podcast. If you happen to be in the Portland, Oregon area, we'd love to have you visit in person. The Portland Center for Spiritual Living is located at 6211 Northeast Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Our inspirational service is at 11 a.m. every Sunday. We also have many programs, classes, and workshops developed just for our online audience. To find out more, go to our website at cslportland.org and look under the online tab. We have a variety of content dedicated specifically for our podcast listeners. Our mission is to open hearts, ignite minds, and make a difference. If you'd like to support our center and its podcast, you can donate online at cslportland.org/donate. Our website is also the place to learn more about what's going on at the center or to contact us. Allow us to become part of your extended spiritual community. Wherever you are in your spiritual journey, you are most welcome at the Center for Spiritual Living.